And what's happening in the United States of America is not normal.
Governor Gavin Newsom stepping up his pressure campaign against the Republican redistricting push in Texas. Newsom first thing Monday morning sent this letter to President Donald Trump, urging him to call off his order to the Lone Star State to redraw congressional lines to get 5 more Republicans to Washington, D.C. Newsom warning Trump, "You are playing with fire, risking the destabilization of our democracy, while knowing that California can neutralize any gains you hope to make." California's Democratic leaders have that neutralizing plan in motion. They're preparing to ask voters to rip up the state's rule book this November to approve a temporary gerrymandered map in California drawn up by Democratic lawmakers. With that, they'll try to send 5 more Democrats to the U.S. House of Representatives.
We are quickly responding.
Assembly Speaker Robert Rivas told reporters Monday his office is aiming to have the maps out by Friday.
Clearly, California will not move forward if Texas does not approve these new maps. But we are prepared to meet fire with fire.
The plan would target Republican-held seats like Northern California Representative Doug LaMalfa's.
I'm not even going to worry about what the districts might be. It's out of my hands anyway, because they're not going to talk to Republicans about what they, nor should they. And for me, worrying about it would be kind of like I'd be a legislator putting his finger on the process anyhow. So we really shouldn't be doing this.
Have you tried to reach out to the White House to say what could happen in Texas could mean something bad for this district? You know, please maybe reconsider that request to Texas.
For my part, we're kind of holding tight on that to see what they really end up doing. What the practicality of it is. Texas really going to go through with it?
I also asked Republican Representative Kevin Kiley. Has any of those conversations happened?
I've had a number of conversations with the Speaker and with the White House as well, in which I've made my view of the matter very clear, which is reflected in the bill I've introduced, saying that this shouldn't be happening in any state.
Kiley also bracing for his district to have more Democrats drawn in under the California plan. He notes California voters took the power away from politicians to draw maps nearly 2 decades ago.
It is just crazy that we're even having this conversation when voters have already settled the matter, and we're going to, go back in time to this massively problematic gerrymandering system that we have moved on from.
In Sacramento, Ashley Zavala, KCRA 3 News.
The White House did not respond to a request for comment on Newsom's letter.